This last year's best I'd ever done. We averaged 2.5 to 3%. 30 extra cows that were bred up. Probably say 25 more calves would have paid for a big part of it just in that right there. I've tried, a dozen loose minerals, and I've tried, 3 or 4 kind of different tubs, and the overconsumption at certain times of year was really tough to keep up with. Where they're scattered out, I couldn't afford to be driving 100 miles twice a week just to check on stuff or keep extra tubs out or salt or mineral. The year before I tried it was my worst year with conception on my cattle. So I was looking to try to boost that, get my conception up a little better. The first year, especially, coming up with that money out of thin air or having to borrow the money, I did. A sticker shock for sure. So I went from 11%, and then the year I tried the Riomax, cut it in half, went to 5.5%. I kind of thought that might have been a fluke, so I did it another year. And yeah, just about the same, 5.5. This last year's the best I'd ever done. We averaged 2.5 to 3%. Once I got on the Riomax, probably 5-6 years ago. That's been what I've stuck with. The condition of the cows surprised me. We had preg tested, and my vet asked how long the calves had been weaned. And I told him they weren't weaned, and they were going back on the cows as soon as we were done testing. And he was really surprised that the condition the cows were in. He thought calves had probably been off of them for 2 to 4 weeks already. I run some cows on corn stalks, and that's the only thing they get is corn stalks and the Riomax. And the same guy that takes care of those cows takes care of another guy's cows right across the fence. They're not on Rio. They're on corn stalks, but he probably supplements those cows 20 pounds of hay a day. Everything else is the same, but the guy that takes care of both bunches of cows swears that my cows overall are in a better condition than the ones that are maybe not getting babied, but getting taken care of better than mine are. So the guy's cows across the road will stand in the corner at the gate till noon some days, wait for that tractor or that feed pickup coming. He said, my cows, the tractor goes by, they don't pick their head up, they don't watch the tractor, they don't wait for the tractor, they just go graze. A lot less input, a lot less money into them, a lot less of my time. Before I was on the Riomax, if I had 10 feed tubs out there or 10 feed bunks, the next morning those feed bunks were always empty. Probably after 2 to 3 weeks of being on the Riomax tubs, there was at least 10% of the feed still in the bunks. They're getting more out of less feed. Sometimes cows are spread out 200 miles, and there can be a big difference in range conditions over those 200 miles. So the one constant all my cows have is the Riomax. No matter what the conditions are, my cows always come back basically looking the same, like they could have all been running in one spot. The calves were at least probably 20 pounds heavier. Worth a hell of a lot in today's market, especially. It's close to another $75 a head probably. Overall, the herd health's been good. We don't doctor many. I just know that I'm treating less sick calves than I did prior. Don't be scared to try it. That guarantee is huge, the consumption guarantee. So I have faith that they're standing behind their product and I believe in it. Yeah, I'm a believer that it works. I've seen the results. It's done all I've wanted it to do, and plus a few extras.